In this assignment, you're going to take your artwork that you've added a lighting source in, adding shading, I guess I should say. And now you're going to work with it to add color. And basically this technique really replicates what gouache or watercolors do when you're adding them to line art. It doesn't lay down onto the line art and eradicate those lines. It sits as a level of color added to it and has a transparent washy state. So I just want to point that out. So we're going to do what we did with the last assignment is you're going to click on this layer. And before I forget, my workspace is set to essentials, but basically I've just got showing front and center brushes, color, and layers. And I've just got them out here. So that's why my workstation looks this way. Okay, so now we're in the blue layer and we're going to go. You've saved your drawing that you added the shading to. You've got it now as an image file that you submitted in the previous assignment. So now we're going to go again and go to Place Embedded. And we're going to go find that. And that's my demo file. And there it is. Hit Return. And here we go. Now, I would imagine yours probably has more shading, but just for demo purposes, I've kept mine simple. So now let's get up in this layer and we're going to start adding color. Now, I want to point out that this file will work really well if you want to just refer to that older the brush I gave you in the previous assignment. And if you didn't save it, you go up here and you just go to import brush, and then here's the basic brush. And I've done that just because it is a brush that comes in and it has a size that relates to the size of this artboard, and it kind of just gets you started quickly. Now let's take a look. This layer has the same attribute as what it was set for in the previous one where you were adding shadows, and it's multiply, and I've got it set with a little less opacity, but you can change this. So let's just dive in and see how this works. So I'm going to make this purple hair. So I'm just gonna, my color palette is open. So I just basically click on this area and then I'm gonna just start painting this purple hair. And again, I'm using the right hand, my right hand to do this, and I'm left-handed. So if you want to change the size of your brush, it's just up here. You can change it here. Hardness is the degree of fuzziness. It's set to be very hard. If you wanted to add fuzziness to it, it adds a little fuzziness to it. Let's do Command Z to go back. So the idea here is that you can work in one layer. You can continue to add layers if you'd like to experiment and remove a layer. So by that I mean, let's say I wanted to just do purple hair here, and then I'm going to add a new layer, and I want to see what it looks like to get a little bit of a kind of a two-color vibe going on there. So now I'm going to take that brush in this new layer and apply it. Oops, I think that's too heavy a paint. So, oops, that's because my new layer was set to normal. I have to make it multiply. And I want to take this opacity down so it's a soft wash I'm putting on. And then see? Now, the attribute that you're seeing here is just building beautiful, subtle colors. Let's zoom up. Really subtle colors that's happening just because you've got these layers set to be kind of soft. This multiplied set opacity 23%. So in this assignment, you're really getting a sense of a technique that you could use as an illustrator if you want this sort of washy effect with adding color to an illustration. So make sure to save your work when you're done. Save it as a JPEG. If you keep it as a Photoshop, it won't let you submit in Canvas, and it's a bigger file. Why? Because it's got those layers in it. If you save your file as a JPEG, it will save it as an image that won't have those layers, and that's what you're going to do. And then you're going to upload it to Padlet so you can share the work with the rest of the class, and then you're also going to upload it to Canvas for the assignment.